Hey everybody, Killer Cruise here, bringing you another video. This time it's a theater thoughts in the new Halloween from 2018. First things first, always the rating. And if you don't know my rating system, it goes like an all-time great, and that's like reserved for movies that are like all-time greats. And then there's seat in theaters, rent it as soon as you can. Buy it, rent it, stream it, and then like just don't watch it. So first things first, let's do a little background on this movie. That was my roommate. Legit scared me. Some background on this movie. It is the only official sequel to Halloween, which means the Halloween from 1978, which means Halloween and its sequel Halloween have the same name, so that's kind of dumb, but whatever. So the movies have been kind of a mess. If you don't know, my canon, what I found as canon or what I enjoyed, were always Halloween, Halloween 2, and then H2O, and then I did not like Resurrection, so of course I didn't include Resurrection in my personal canon. But then of course there was Halloween, Halloween 2, 4, 5, 6, which that got into the Cult of the Thorn and stuff, and that was dumb. Well, this movie just go ahead and like threw everything out. And then of course there's the Rob Zombie remakes, but I haven't seen those. I know a horror movie fan who loves Halloween who hasn't seen those. Shame on me. Anyways, everything but the first movie from 1978 is thrown out the window. And if you haven't seen that movie, that is an all-time great movie in my book. Go see that movie. The body count is pretty low, though, only 5. But Michael Myers, he gets his debut in that, or that's where he comes from. And Laurie Strode, she gets her debut in that, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a really good actress. Anyways, let's talk about this movie. This is the only official sequel to that. John Carpenter really liked this movie, and I can see why. As a Halloween fan, as a horror movie fan, I loved this movie. The original movie was known for using the music suspensefully, and Michael Myers always being somewhere, not always, but it's sort of a Where's Waldo thing where he is in most shots that are suspenseful and suspenseful and have something going on in the background. You'll see Michael. And this movie pays homage to, or homage, or however you pronounce it, to the original quite well by doing a ton of that. So it's super well directed. I wouldn't say all of the characters, but there's a good amount of characters that you will like and dislike. So actually, the scene stealers in this movie are Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. Those are the two big ones, of course. And when they're on screen, the movie's great. The granddaughter is fine. The mom, so Laurie's daughter, she is something else. I'll talk about her in spoilers. Her dad he's a dork, but he has this really line about, I got peanut butter on my penis. Like, stupid. Most of the other characters are kind of forgettable, wishy-washy, they're gonna get killed, kind of thing. But for the most part, this movie is really good. I would say go out, buy a ticket, and see this movie in theaters. And then, if I say that, then that means everything below it is kind of, entailed as well. Like, buy it. I'm going to buy it, at least. I suggest you see this movie in theaters if you're a big Halloween fan. If not, then maybe wait for it to come out and stream it. If you're a big horror slasher fan, you're going to want to watch this movie. If you're somebody who gets scared of movies, this movie's very tense. It does have some scares, not a ton of jump scares, but it's got some really good, like, oh snap, like that happened. Like, I found myself tense, like, ooh, during a couple scenes, and I'm not somebody who gets scared easily. So that's what I suggest is you see it in theaters. Other than that, I think I just have spoilers to talk about, so let's go ahead and get straight into the spoilers. So spoiler-wise, I've decided I want to just kind of focus on a couple points from the movies from now on rather than the full story of the movie. The first thing I want to talk about is characters. Absolutely nobody but Laurie Strode is important in this movie. They are, of course. The doctor, he plays a role. But those two main characters that you see, the ones that like go to like talk with Michael and stuff, they're not important. Um, Laurie Strode's family is important. The doctor is important enough. Michael Myers is important, but like all of the other teenagers, they're just teenagers. They're not very important. This movie is full of homages and cliches. But what I mean by that is they're the ones that Halloween made, so it's entitled for Halloween to have them. It's fantastic. The use of music in this movie is gorgeous. They never use the Halloween theme. Well, they do. Don't get scared. They use it only once Michael Myers is back in his full gear. Once he has the jumpsuit and he has his mask back, and then he goes and gets a weapon, that's when the music plays, and it's great. They don't play it before that because you do see him in a lunatic outfit, and he does get a couple kills in that, but they don't play it. They do play they do play a version of the music, or they do play different music. I'm not sure which. And that's fine too. I was just really hoping for the music, and when the music comes in, it's beautiful. They're homages to the original that are like remake scenes. And me and my friend were making jokes that Laurie took the place of Michael, because in some of the scenes she does. So the original scene where Laurie was looking out the window and saw the car parked there, and then when she looks back, it's gone. There's something like that with the granddaughter where she looks outside, sees her grandma, looks back inside and looks back outside, and her grandma's not there. But Laurie is, well, let's talk about Laurie. Laurie is grizzled and traumatized and a badass. Like, she prepared this house that's just, it's a firing range. It's got all these weapons, and it's, oh my God, she was so traumatized that it just defined the rest of her life. And you can tell that because like she was a drinker, and her daughter was raised in this, and then she was taken away by CPS, and that's not very important to the story. I am a liar. So I am editing the video, and I noticed I said that the CPS taking away Laurie's child was not important. That is not true. So she was taken away and raised under CPS because for years her mom was teaching her how to survive and all that stuff. And then the mom became like a Disney princess. She thought that everybody could be so nice and caring and all that stuff. And she married a dork dad guy, and he's stupid, so it's whatever for him. But she's the daughter of Laurie Strode. She should know better, but she doesn't. So, well, that's a lie. She does know better. She's just kind of ignorant most of the movie. But she makes up for it with such a badass scene that I want to forgive her. And that's all you need to know about the mom. So, yeah, back to the normal part of the video. But the granddaughter, of course, she wants to have a relationship with her grandma, but the mom isn't so certain about that. But it's interesting to see how Laurie has changed from this very intellectual and smart character like her granddaughter is, someone so grizzled and hard and says fuck college kind of stuff. It's super great. And Michael, for a 63-year-old man, is the strongest person ever. He's an absolute unit. He just billows through people, lifts them up like it's nothing, crushes people like it's nothing. It's amazing. Michael is now a force to be reckoned with if he wasn't before. We all know that he's taken bullets and survived and stuff like that. In this movie, he does much more than that. He gets run over by a car at some point, and just moments later is just up and trucking again and destroying things. It's amazing. He is just a force to be reckoned with, and anybody who tries to challenge him in this movie is absolutely going to get destroyed. And that's what I love to see from my movie slashers. So talking about Michael and his ability to kill, he just goes door to door killing people, and it's brutal. It's amazing. I'd like to know his total body count. His body count definitely goes up from 5. It's 5 from the original movie. It's a lot higher in this movie. He just goes door to door, literally walking into house after house, killing people. And I would love to know what his full body count is. He had no rhyme or reason. He was just killing. And the only reason he was like face to face with Laurie is she was there. He wasn't driven like, I need to go kill my sister. He was just like, oh, you're what's in that. You're what's next. You're what's in front of me. I'm going to kill you. and it's amazing. But they make it seem like there's this connection between them. I think that it's only a one-way connection of Laurie is really attached to Michael and really wants when he dies, she can die. But if Laurie dies, Michael's just going to keep trucking. He doesn't care. But his murder spree is amazing. He has a go-to move now, which is to slam somebody's head into something and then either keep slamming it or do something else to them. But his go-to move now is just slam and moving on. It's amazing. Well, I don't know if it's amazing, but it's certainly entertaining to see him just disorient people the way Batman does to the Joker in the interrogation scene. Other than that, there's not too much else to talk about this movie. I say that you go see it if you love slasher movies or if you've been looking forward to this movie. Absolutely go see it in theaters. I'm going to see it again. And I'm going to buy this movie when it comes out. I really, really loved this movie. It is a great sequel. To me, it's the best sequel, which a lot of people have been saying. I've heard some people say they don't like it, and some people say they love it, and I'm on the love side. But I've always loved the Halloween movies, even some of the bad ones. But then again, to me, the best ones have been 1, 2, and H2O. 4, 5, and 6 I think aren't great, and Resurrection's absolute dog crap. But if you like the Halloween movies, you'll really enjoy this movie. So I fully suggest you guys go out and see it with some friends, see it with somebody else who loves Halloween. That's what I did. I'm going to do it again. And other than that, just take it easy, guys. Check out some of my other videos if you want. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope that you like this video, and take it easy.